Most beginners buy a shortwave radio, turn it on inside, hear static, and figure they bought a dud. Usually, the radio's fine. It's the setup, the antenna, the power, where you sit, and the time of day decide whether you pull in another country or just your own laptop charger buzzing through the speaker. So here's the beginner setup I'd actually buy, and the 3 things to check before you blame the radio. Starting with the one most beginners should get. For most beginners, start with the C.Crane CC Skywave 2, not the SSB version, not a big desktop receiver, the regular Skywave 2. It's simple, it's pocketable, it runs on AA batteries, and it covers AM, FM, shortwave, NOAA weather alerts, and the aviation band, with a layout that doesn't punish you for being new. Your first shortwave radio should make you curious, not make you feel like you bought homework. For the antenna, start with the built-in whip. Before you spend a cent on extras, take it near a window or step outside, away from your electronics, and hear what it can do. Want more? Clip on the C.Crane shortwave reel antenna, a wire on a spool, not a backyard project. That's the biggest beginner upgrade there is. For power, use decent AA batteries, regular or rechargeable. It keeps everything quiet, so you're not fighting a noisy wall adapter while you judge reception. The mistake to avoid: testing it boxed in next to your router and chargers, then deciding shortwave doesn't work. That's not the radio, that's your room. The honest downside is no single sideband, or SSB. So if you already know you want ham voice traffic and utility signals, this isn't your growth pick. But for everyday listening, travel, weather alerts, the aviation band, and grab-and-go battery use, it's the safest first setup you can buy. Quick swap. If you know you want SSB for the least money, look at the Tecsun PL330 instead. Less simple, but SSB for less than most travel radios. Now, spend less only if this next part sounds like you. If you're curious about shortwave, but not sure you'll stick with it, get the XHDATA D219, the try it without overthinking it radio. Analog tuning, AM, FM, shortwave, AA batteries, a telescopic antenna, that's the whole pitch. At this price, don't outspend the radio on accessories. Built-in whip, somewhere quiet, AA batteries, and we'll get to the rest in a minute. Learn what shortwave actually sounds like before you start buying wire. The trap here is the do-everything emergency box. Flashlight, crank handle, solar panel, siren. That just happens to say shortwave on the side. Fine emergency gadgets, poor learning radios. No SSB, no keypad, no memories, no precise tuning. You'll turn the dial slowly and sometimes sail right past a station. But if your real question is, do I even like this? It's the cheapest setup I'd still take seriously. If you already know you want cleaner tuning, SSB, and room to grow, skip this tier. Step up to the Tecsun PL880 only if you want more than casual broadcast listening. This is the desk pick. You get SSB, plus real tuning control, separate tuning and fine tuning knobs, selectable bandwidths, a bigger speaker, an external shortwave antenna jack, and it runs on a rechargeable 18,650 cell. It feels different from the little travel radios. You sit down, tune carefully, shape the signal, and start to learn what the bands are doing. Start with the wire in the box. Don't jump to an active loop or a longer outdoor run before you know what a simple wire sounds like, placed high and clear. For power, charge the cell and listen off the battery when you're testing. If your bundle includes a spare cell, that's just for swaps. The trap is thinking a better radio fixes a bad room. It doesn't. In a noisy house, the PL880 just hears that noise in higher definition. The downside is size and focus. It's a hobby radio, not a pocket emergency one, and it skips the Skywave's weather alerts and aviation band. So buy it for SSB, desk listening, better audio, and room to grow. But if you want SSB and pocket size, the C.Crane CC Skywave SSB2 is the cleaner answer. Costs more, but you get SSB, NOAA weather alerts, the aviation band, AA batteries, and the C.Crane reel antenna and adapter in the box. So before the simple call, here's the part that decides whether any of these actually work. 3 fast checks before you judge anything. 1. Kill the household noise. Laptop charger, cheap USB bricks, LED lamp, router, anything running off a switching power supply, or just step outside or to a window. 2. Listen on battery power. A noisy adapter buzzes across the whole band, and that's not the radio's fault. 3. Use a simple wire placed high and clear and listen to the right band at the right time. Higher bands are often better in daylight, and lower bands often come alive at night. So one dead band at one random hour means nothing. And longer isn't always better. A small reel antenna by a window can beat a giant wire that overloads a little portable. One safety rule: never run a wire near power lines, and never put an outdoor antenna up in a storm. That's the part most beginner guides skip. If it explains why your last radio sounded broken, hit like, or send this to the friend who keeps blaming the radio. That's the only time I'll ask. So, the call. For most beginners, it's the C.Crane CC Skywave 2. Whip first, real antenna if you need it, AA batteries. Just testing the waters? The XHDATA D219. Don't over-accessorize it. Want SSB and a real desk radio? The Tecsun PL880. Want SSB in your pocket plus weather alerts? The C.Crane CC Skywave SSB2. Whichever you pick, the rule is the same. Don't just buy a radio. Buy the setup. Radio, antenna, clean power, a quiet spot, the right time of day. Line those up, and Shortwave goes from frustrating to the thing you can't put down at night. Check the links in the description before you buy. Prices move, and a few dollars off the antenna can change which tier makes sense. And the best Shortwave antennas video is up next. It's where most beginner setups come alive or fall apart. Go see which side yours lands on.